Welcome to my live stream. It is 8:02. I'm running a little late. Had to move some boxes around, but that's okay. We got 5 people watching. 5 thumbs up already. That's awesome. Pamela Lynn, welcome to my live stream. Glad you are here. Good evening to you. Beth, good evening to you. How are you? Harry Humstone. I want to get some more people in here. I'm going to crack this baby open. Sweet tamarind. This is a fruit from the Philippines. Got that from Noel Farm Girl Scavenger. It's kind of like figs or dates. It's nothing crazy. It's not even bad food. It's just different. So I'll be cracking that open later tonight. Dominic, welcome to my live stream. Uncle Dave and all. Yeah, I was talking to Mrs. Midwest about some ideas for videos. My sales have just fallen off a cliff. I haven't sold anything in a couple days. You can only do so many what's sold on eBay videos, so I'm gonna kind of take my cues from other people like Harry and Dominic and do eBay news videos, features like, I have a freshwater aquarium. I could do ASMR video of the fish just swimming around with some nice music in the background. We're coming up with some ideas to jazz up the channel because I'm not going to be sourcing like I used to, and I don't want the channel to get stale, so I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Chad, how you doing? What's up? What's happening? Glad you're here. Select Adventures. Oh, okay, cool. So this is Select Pet, Select Adventures. I thought about doing a second channel. I don't know that I'm big enough. But yeah, I might do a second channel on a different subject because if you water down your reselling channel, and a lot of you guys know this already, you can lose subscribers if they come to my channel because of the comedy, the reselling, the eBay advice, whatever, and I start doing, self-help videos or ASMR videos or aquarium videos. That could have a negative effect. I'm not quite sure. I probably should do another poll on that subject, but you do have to be careful. So Select Adventures, Select Pet, that's great that you have a second channel. I might have to do that. Yeah, tools. Oh, a vintage tool channel. Yeah, that's an idea. Jennifer, glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. If you guys didn't see Primetime Treasure Hunter's audio test, he said he was going to delete it. I don't know if he did or not. He did a late night live to test out his new mic, and it's hilarious. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy things you can do with that thing. It's a good video. You guys should go watch the replay if it's still there. Let us know, Dominic, did you delete that video or is it still there? Hey, McJam Family Flippers. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Hey, there's my e-brother, online brother, Gray Beards Treasures. Used to be Storage Slayer and changed his name to Graybeard. So if you guys get a chance, check him out. Check out his YouTube and his Instagram. Da, 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 da. Jason is here. Welcome, welcome. We're filling up fast. M is here. I get to call her M. I asked her and she said I could. So kind of reminds me of Auntie M from Wizard of Oz. But M is here. You made it. Awesome. Yeah, I forget the time zones. Not you guys because you're New York State, but like Noelle's in Washington State. So what is it, 5 o'clock for her right now? So I forget my West Coast friends. This is kind of a tough time slot. It's like dinner time. Oh yeah, I have a sad story with that. It'll make people laugh. I did my taxes too. Of course, I have to pay, but and I broke down. I do all the bookkeeping and tracking for my eBay sales myself on Excel spreadsheets. It's pretty hilarious. I made almost nothing. And some people say that, the first 2 or 3 years in reselling, they don't even pay themselves and they almost break even, don't even make a net taxable income or net taxable profit hardly at all. Oh, he deleted it. Okay. That's all right. Brickhouse Salvage and Antiques. Steve. I'm gonna call you Steve. I think I called you Steve last time. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you're here. I'm going to be doing some food tasting. You guys ask any questions, reselling questions. Talking about this. Huh. Yeah, yeah, people are fickle and then they kind of panic. They think, "Oh my gosh, they changed the theme of this channel," and then they bail and they unsub. So that is a bit of a risk. Part 2 once I get my cloud lifter preamp. Man, look at Dominic. He's like all high tech. See, he is a comic nerd, and now he's an electronics nerd. I mean, he's really stepping up his game. Holy cow. I have this Plantronics microphone headset, 50 bucks. I think it sounds much better than the webcam microphone, but man, look at him. I don't even have a thermal printer, and Dominic's already playing with preamps and voice changers. I don't even have a GoPro. I'm so far behind. I'm low tech. Dominic's high tech. Oh, really? No kidding. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's I really hate categorizing movies. I know Harry does this on his channel. Top 20 rock songs of the 80s or American bands of the 80s or movies or beer. Um, I tried doing that one time with movies. What's my favorite movie, my top 3, my top 5, my top 10. It's so difficult to pick them. But I pick my favorite movies based on how they made me feel as a child or an adult. And movies are just entertainment, unless it's a documentary. Um, and I'm old fashioned. I don't look at my phone, lock the front door, dim the lights. When I watch a movie, I prefer to watch it alone by myself and just get absorbed into the story. But Wizard of Oz freaked me out as a kid. Super scary when you're 5, 6, 7 years old. Probably why it's one of my favorites. It's probably the top, I would say top 5. It's a 5-way race for number 1, but it's up there. Yeah, you're welcome, man, anytime. I gotta get caught up in the chat here. Yeah, I got so many stories, Chad. Which one are you talking about when I was arrested at gunpoint? Like 10 shotguns pointed at my head? That's a good story. It's a funny story. Of course, it was mistaken identity. You all know that already. But yeah, I think maybe at the 8:30 hour, I'll share that story. It's pretty funny. I could just do a YouTube channel on Dave's stories from working as a nurse for 25 years to crazy adventures when I was a kid to, all that kind of stuff. You could do. Yeah, that's an idea. I'm writing down ideas as we speak. Me and Mrs. Midwest are putting some ideas together um, on what I can do to add to the channel because I feel it's getting stale. But um, yeah, you always have to change, improve, go from good to great in everything in your life, whether it's career, marriage, relationship with your neighbor, your YouTube channel, whatever. You should always strive to go from good to great. And I think my channel is good, but I want to make it great. Yeah, I have one Excel spreadsheet that's PayPal, and then I switched in November of 2020 to managed payment. So I got November, December managed payment. Yeah, total transparency. I'll just tell you guys right now. After I took my gross sales, net sales, subtracted all of my expenses, and I don't pay myself when I resell. All the money I make goes right back into inventory. I might buy a lunch every now and then, but my my taxable net income from eBay for the year 2020 was $294. That's it because any money I made went into, shipping labels, tape, bubble mailers, boxes, toner for the printer, inventory, storage units, totes. I mean, it's insane. But that's that's not uncommon, to not make any money right away. So, yeah, I have, like, average 370 listings. I sell an average of, gosh, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 items a week. Oh, Mrs. Midwest can't get back on. Huh. Um, so I was saying 370 listings, sell 2, 3, 4 items a week, and I wasn't even able to pay myself. And if I did, I would pay myself, I don't know, $10 a month, $20, I mean, nothing. So if I were to quit my job and do this full time, I would probably have to have 15,000 listings to replace my income. And that would be listings of bread and butter items, like everyday items that sell super fast, not vintage collectibles. So right now I'm in the, hey Ma, I never know how to say your name, Ma Powell. How you doing? Glad you're here. Uh, so yeah, for me to do this full time, would be, I would need a pole barn and I would need a lot of inventory and it would be scary. Gotta up the channel. Yeah, that's right. So a big congratulations to Dominic. He hit a milestone today, 25,000 subs. I think I knew Dominic back when he was around, gosh, I don't know, 8,000 subs maybe. I know Kat the Nurse Flipper. I subscribed to her when she was like 700. Same with Kevin, Commonwealth Picker. I subbed to him when he was like 600, 700. So yeah, it's fun watching other people grow and watch how successful they get. It's cool. Hey, Junkman, welcome to my live stream. Glad you are here. People saying congrats to Dom. He earned it. Okay, I'm going to skip all the congrats and hellos because I will never get caught up. The notebook for me. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's just a different world we live in. I have a granddaughter that's 5, and me and my daughter don't even feel she's ready for Wizard of Oz yet. She would get freaked out and probably have nightmares. Um, so yeah, I guess it all depends on what your kids are exposed to and what they're used to. But yeah, it's kind of sad. With CGI, you can just do anything. Like these superhero movies and disaster movies, they can blow up the whole country. They can have a tsunami come in, wipe out New York City. I mean, they can do anything. It's like almost too easy. And it's like the movie audiences almost get bored. You can just feel them yawning in the movie theater, back when we used to go to the theater. Because when you can do anything, it kind of takes away the creativity. You know, we're used to claymation, like oh, what's that guy's name? Harry, what's his name that did like Sinbad and those movies? They use claymation and um, real special effects, physical special effects, like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Wizard of Oz. They actually had to make things. Took a lot of time and a lot of art. Now it's just a guy at a computer, so it kind of takes the fun away. Yeah, it's not coming along at all. I made the mistake of mentioning it. Now I have to finish it, so it's like 95% done. So I have projects coming out of my ears. I got the book project. I want to ramp up my channel. I don't know. Every time I turn around, there's something new. But you're right, Beth. I should just finish it and put a bow on it and be done. And then I can go to, I think it's lulu.com, and just order a bunch of them. Maybe I can sell them. I think I should do a Shopify store. Just order like 20 books and then just do a Shopify and sell them, something like that. The story Mrs. Midwest mentioned. I don't know. I can't remember that far back. She mentioned a couple stories. Um, or there's several car accident stories. The one I got arrested. Yeah, you'll have to remind me, Chad. I don't remember which story she said. Little Debbie, welcome. Glad you're here. Drink a couple beers and let it fly. Yeah. Yeah, I got a story about that, Harry. It's kind of funny. Um, you're gonna laugh, I know, but if you don't know, I have a heart condition that I had surgery for, and it's recommended that you greatly reduce your caffeine intake, your alcohol intake, all that kind of stuff. Um, I don't tolerate alcohol anymore like I did when I was younger, 21 to 31. I could drink like a fish. Now I have a problem and I can't do that anymore. So, Harry, I actually started buying O'Doul's. I tried it for the first time. I actually like it. It's not that bad. So yeah, I'm to the age I have to go the alcohol free route. And I drank, oh, I forgot to even open it. Where's my Dr. Pepper? I drink Diet Dr. Pepper. I actually like the flavor better than regular Dr. Pepper. Alcohol-free beer I like. So any of that lightweight stuff, I actually like it. But for health reasons, I'm gonna have to stick to the alcohol-free beer, and it's really not that bad. I know some people hate it, but so that's my new adventure, O'Doul's. Yeah, I could do. I could wear a wet T-shirt and show my moobs. Lose about 1,000 subs. Regular jelly. That's hilarious too. Yeah, I have some really old sad videos. That would be funny. Um, Not only have a guest on that I interview or a live guest, but we could watch each other's first videos. That would be really funny. Commentary on the other. Yeah, that would be scary funny. Yeah, and that's true of any business, not just reselling, like a restaurant or anything like that. They don't make any money the first couple years. Um, yeah, I almost have to have categories like childhood movies, current movies, sci-fi movies. It's oh man, it's so hard. But I would say Wizard of Oz, the original Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder. Um, Fantastic Planet, Terminator 2, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's really hard to pick a top five because there are so many, but those would all tie for first place, I would say. Yeah, you're welcome, Dominic. I mean, what did they say? James Brown was the hardest working man in show business? I'm going to throw the gauntlet down right now and say Dominic is the hardest working man in reselling. YouTube, reselling, the whole thing. Facebook, groups, all of that stuff, all rolled into one. The Facebook Reselling Resource Center, the YouTube channel, the reselling. He's the James Brown of reselling. As far as I know a lot of people on YouTube that do this. Cat the Nurse Flipper is right up there too. Everybody works hard, but if I had to pick a top three, I think Dominic would take the cake. Is the hardest working. He's just a machine. Mhm. Yeah, there was that one Wizard of Oz movie that came out not too long ago where there was like a big dome, like a big force field around Oz, and it's got that guy in it. I don't remember. It was kind of yeah, Ray Harryhausen. That's right. Thank you for putting that. I follow Ray Harryhausen's daughter on Instagram, and she has books and never before seen photos and scripts that he never made into a movie and stuff. But yeah, if you're a child of the 70s or even an adult of the 70s and 60s, Ray Harryhausen had some fantastic films. And today, kids would just laugh at them, but back then they were just awesome. I'm a big Gumby fan. I have Gumby in my car. He sits on my rearview mirror that I bought back in 1982. I'm gonna turn the camera off for 2 seconds. I have to move Joey out of the way because Mrs. Midwest is gonna join us. So I am still here. I just gotta move Joey over. Yeah. I'll give you. Oh, how's that gonna work? We can just unplug the fireplace. We don't need that because it makes it warmer in here. Yeah. Okay. There you go. There's that. Oop. There's that. I'll move that here. And move this here. Yeah. And let's see. There we go. Sorry, we're back. I had to adjust the. I took the headset off, and now it's webcam, and you have to adjust the settings. So Mrs. Midwest has joined us. Boy, we're looking. I'm looking jaundice. Don't we look kind of yellow?
You look really tan.
Yeah, I don't know if it's tan or jaundice, but let me know if you can hear us. Of course, I'm so far behind in the chat, I'm never going to see your message, but I think we are coming across. Okay, yeah, we're okay. And I got to catch up with this chat. Yeah, Dominic hit 25,000 subs today.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I'm a multitasker, but I'm not good at it. Sue is here. Welcome, Sue. And again, I'm going to have to skip over some hellos. Oh, wow, we're way up here. Look at that. So, yeah, somebody wanted me to tell a story that you had mentioned, but I don't remember what story that is.
You remember.
Is it the one where I was arrested?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a dog catcher for Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I was telling them my top 5 movies.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite movies, and it's hard to pick 5 that are your top favorite. There's so many great movies. Yeah. Well, you're welcome, Dominic. I was just saying that he hit 25,000 subs. He's got the Facebook group, Reseller Resource Center, which has got like 23,000 plus members that he has to moderate. He has the YouTube channel. He has the reselling. He works full time. I feel like James Brown is considered the hardest working man in show business. I said Dominic has to take the prize as the hardest working man in reselling. YouTube, definitely. You know, it's just crazy. And Kat, the nurse flipper, too. She works full time and she's super busy, too. So everybody works hard, but I would give the trophy to Dominic. He's a machine. You know, the only person I know, Select Pet, is Nanotink Treasures. She has an Excel spreadsheet, or she did, of everybody's lives Monday through Sunday with times and everything. Now, it might be outdated, but that was like, I don't know, 6 months ago, a year ago, that she had that and shared it. So if you reach out to, her name is Trish, but Nanotink Treasures on YouTube, she might still have a spreadsheet of everybody's lives, but it's filling up fast. There's just so many. Yeah, I just love those movies. Yeah. Yep.
Beth saying hello.
Hello.
Got the audio back, I hope.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
There you go. Star of the show is here. Yes, exactly.
See, Dom knows what's up.
Dom knows.
This is what, actually, you guys, I was ready in my pajamas, everything, but because Dave logged me out on my computer, because we had to switch computers because mine doesn't like to do microphone, and I was doing a Zoom, and long story short, Dave used my computer but logged me out of my YouTube, and I don't remember what my password is, and so I had to come visit you guys this way.
Yeah.
That's one way to do it.
Oopsie. Yeah, we're caught up in the chat.
Nice.
Woo, woo.
So tell us a story.
Oh my gosh. Dominic, you better have an adult brief on because you're going to laugh so hard you're going to wet yourself. You don't remember your password, really?
Because I have like 400 things and not the same password on one of them, so
I always write it down.
I thought I did. Like, I even went through like my phone. Sometimes I'll like text it to myself, but I don't know.
I have every password.
Yeah,
abbreviated on my phone.
Like, that's the only password I don't use.
Yeah.
So.
But you kind of sometimes use the same one for multiple things, right? Like Facebook and stuff.
You know, I'll use, like, just for instance, like, let's say that I used the word Zorro. Like, some of them are like Zorro 22 and Zorro 55 and then Zorro 72 exclamation point. Yeah. But, like, I don't remember what combination of what word I did. So,
yeah. You'll figure it out.
Right.
Don't they have I forgot my password link? Where you can, when you go to log in, say, I forgot my.
Time for that.
Yeah, right. You'd rather come down here and be with me.
Okay.
So in case you're wondering. Oh, yeah. Available at MidwestPicker.com if you wanted to purchase an Enoch shirt. Well, the chat got real quiet because nobody cares about Enoch. Okay, so here's my story. So I have to tell you the backstory. So my parents were divorced back in the 70s when I was 10. And my dad didn't really stick around. It's not like today where dads have the kids every other weekend and they pay their child support and do all that kind of stuff. This is back in the 70s. It's a different world back then. So my parents got divorced and my dad just disappeared. He just took off. So for 7 years, we never knew if he was dead or alive, if he existed or not. I did reconnect with him when I was 17, but that's the backstory. And if you want, you can play with the chat. Yeah.
We'll get to that. Concentrate on telling the story.
It's going to take me 4 hours to tell the story. It's a 5-minute story. It's going to take me an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the backstory. He never paid his child support. I am a junior, so I have the exact same name as my dad. And if you bought from me and you know me, you know my whole full name, but I'm a junior. So fast forward to, you're going to laugh because I always get this wrong, 1990, 91, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
We'll just say 1990.
Yeah. I don't know the exact year, but
all right.
That sounds about right.
So at the time I was married to my first wife, and we lived up in Muskegon, closer to Dawn, two hip chicks. And, living life normal. And I got a letter in the mail. Now, I think of myself as a pretty smart guy, streetwise. No one's going to pull anything over on me type of thing. And I get a letter in the mail, and it's a travel agency. And it's got this weird name like Tullahala Travel Agency, whatever. It looked like a scam, but this is before the internet. This is like 1990. So people would send chain letters, and they would scam you through the mail. So I opened it up, and it said, "Congratulations, you've been personally selected to participate in the seminar. They're going to choose a random winner for a free Hawaiian vacation. And everybody that shows up gets a free little black and white TV worth $50. So on the surface, of course, it looked fake. It just looked like a scam. And I'm reading it, and I'm talking to my wife of the time. Her name is Lori. And I said, I've heard of scams like this. Like, you know, that show, was it Chris Hansen, To Catch a Predator and all that kind of stuff? So there's things that cops do that are very creative to catch people. And I said, this sounds like a sting or something. I mean, this sounds really fake. And she said, yeah, because back then the show to watch was 2020 with Barbara Walters, and they would do different stings and setups and stuff like that. So I said, it sounds to me like a sting operation. And she, Lori laughed and said, well, you haven't done anything, have you? And I said, well, no, I've never committed a crime. I don't have any outstanding warrants or anything. So I said, well, okay, so what if we go to this seminar and it's not a sting operation? We might win a Hawaiian vacation and we get this free little black and white TV. And then I said, well, but if it is a sting operation, I haven't done anything and they'll have to let me go. That's how dumb I was to think, well, what's the big deal? Yeah. So we decided to go. So we get all dressed up. We go to this place. It's Grand Valley State University. They have like this auditorium, an hour away from my house. So we show up. We're kind of laughing. We're thinking we're really smart, If this is a sting, we're going to laugh at everybody. And if it's not, we get a TV. So we show up and they have all these tables set up. And they're really nice, little ladies with all these name badges. And they're like, okay, what's your name? I have to see your ID. I don't even know if she asked for my ID. And she had my pre-printed name badge, and it had like a blue bar on the bottom. And I noticed all the other name badges had different colors, like red and yellow and blue. So she's very nice, and she gives me my name badge. And then she gives my wife at the time, Lori, a guest badge. And she said, go ahead and go in the auditorium. And I go in there, and it's full of random people. You could bring one family member, and there was people there with their mothers and their wives, some people by themselves. And it was like a small movie theater auditorium type of thing. So we sit down somewhere in the middle, right by the aisle, and we're waiting for it to get started. And then I looked to the left and I noticed there was food on these tables. Like they catered this thing with snacks and finger foods. I'm like, well, we've got 10 minutes before this starts. I'm going to go get something to eat. So I go up to the food table, and now at the time I worked at a grocery store. It was called D&W at the time, and I was a clerk. I stocked shelves and worked in the meat department, cutting meat and stuff like that. And as I'm at the food table, I look up, and the vice president of the company is standing right there. And he looks at me, and his eyes get this big. And he's like, Dave, what are you doing here? And I said, I'm here for the seminar and to get my free TV. What are you doing here? And he's like, oh, well, we're catering the event. And he starts sweating. He's looking around. He looks really nervous and scared. He can't say anything. I said, oh, okay. We make small talk, and I get my little plate of lady fingers and whatever. And I go sit back down. And then the speaker comes up. So he goes up to the stage, to the podium, and he starts talking. And he says, welcome to the seminar. Now, there's probably, I say a grand total of 100 people in this room. And he starts talking. He said, Kula Wala, travel agency. We've been in business for 20 years, and we give away these prizes. And he's just making this speech up. And some guy in the very front row, who was real uppity, raises his hand. And the guy said, yeah. And the guy goes, when do I get my free TV? And the guy looks at him and smiles and goes, oh, you'll get a TV, all right. So he starts talking again. He's like, yeah, we have packages to Hawaii, California. And as he's rambling on, behind me, I hear all these doors slam shut. Boom, 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 boom. Like 8 doors just slam shut. And from behind the curtains, about 30 sheriffs and state police come running down the aisles with shotguns, point them at everybody, and the speaker says, nobody move, you're all under arrest. And this guy right next to me has got a shotgun pointed right at my head, and nobody moved. Nobody said a word. We were like an oil painting. It's like, there's 20 shotguns pointed at us. Nobody's gonna move. And we're like, holy crap. So I'm kind of laughing like, oh, it is a bust, like we thought. Well, they're not going to go around asking everybody, who you are and what your crime is. They just start handcuffing everybody, including me. So I get zip tied. My wife at the time is crying and freaking out. And I'm like, okay, honey, just don't worry. They're going to have to let me go. So they're handcuffing everybody and slowly walking them out. And they got these school buses outside, ready to load everybody up and take them downtown. And this really old sheriff, super nice guy, he zip ties my hands behind my back. And I said, hey, I know who you're looking for. My father has unpaid child support, and in Michigan, they take it very seriously, and they'll put out a bench warrant for your arrest. Well, he's nowhere to be found. He lives in some other state. I have the exact same name as my dad. I think you're looking for my dad. Could you do me a favor? Take the wallet out of my back pocket, look at my ID, and compare my birth date to the birth date on the warrant. And he said, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, I was so lucky. So he takes my wallet, takes my driver's license, and then he goes backstage where there was a phone, calls downtown, verifies the date of birth is nowhere near my date of birth. And he comes back and he apologizes profusely. He's like, sir, I am so sorry. You're right. We're looking for senior. You're a junior. We got the names mixed up. We mailed this letter to your house by mistake. He cut the zip tie off, apologized. And my wife and I walked out. And as we were going out, the local news is there with a camera videotaping the whole thing. And so we get in our car and we get on the highway to drive home. And I hit a deer and totaled my car. So I had to call my dad to come get us in a tow truck to tow the car home. So my employer thinks I'm a felon. I totaled my car, and then I potentially got shot in the head, but thank goodness I didn't move or say or do anything dumb. So it was like a horrible day. We did get a new car out of it, but I had to explain to my employer, my manager, what happened. I didn't get arrested. They did let me go because the senior vice president's probably sending out memos that this meat cutter is not to be trusted. So it took a lot of work to fix that. So in the end, I survived the car accident. I survived being arrested. So yeah, and no free TV. Nobody got a TV except for the guys that went to prison. They got to use a TV in their jail cell, but no free TV. So that's just one of my crazy stories. Of course, my ex-wife doesn't think it's funny. She was pretty upset about it, but it all worked out in the end.
The first time Dave told me that story, I think I snorted. I was hysterical. Probably because I wasn't the one that was there, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah, my mom didn't think it was funny. She called my dad, who lived like on the East Coast, and just chewed him out over the phone for about a half an hour. And he felt terrible, of course. I just kind of blew it off. I'm like, live and let live, no big deal. But yeah, that was the story that I got forced to tell. Yeah, that was a pretty wild night. I think we're like way up in the chat.
Yeah, I've been watching.
Okay. So yeah, you can be my chat moderator. Okay. So I'm going to try this sweet tamarind. That's a food of the Philippines from Noelle Farm Girl Scavenger. If you don't know Noelle, please check out her YouTube channel, Farm Girl Scavenger. Girl is spelled with a G-U-R-L. She has a fantastic YouTube channel. She sent me this giant box. You can see it right here behind me, right there. It's full of weird food, and I've just scratched the surface on testing this food, but this one doesn't taste bad. It's just different. So I'm going to crack this open. It's kind of like, if you know what like figs and dates taste like, it's kind of what I'm thinking this is like. So Mrs. Midwest is going to check the chat, and I'm going to open this thing up, be a guinea pig. Let's see here. Hopefully it doesn't smell weird. There we go. Nice little package.
It looks like prunes.
Yeah, it kind of looks like prunes. It's hard to see with the glare. Am I missing any questions or anything? Getting pulled over. Oh, yeah. It's sticky. Yeah, it's covered in sugar cane. That's what it's the ingredient said. A lot of sugar. Smells nice. You want to smell it?
It's
Figgy.
not bad. Yeah, it's very figgy.
It's much harder and crunchier than prunes. Got a lot of sugar. Kind of has a citrus flavor. It's kind of like if you mix a prune with a ton of sugar. You want to try one? It's not bad. It's just different. It's kind of prunish. I mean, I'll eat this whole pack here, but I'm not going to eat like the whole thing.
I don't want it.
Wait, what? What happened? You don't like it?
No.
Did you bite into it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, look, we've got like a pit.
Yeah. That's what I just about broke my tooth. Felt like.
Yeah, they're not supposed to have pits.
Okay, you got to answer this one.
What the heck? I just spit a pit out. The first one didn't have a pit. Then you called your dad for who the warrant was for. Well,
you said I called my dad to pick us up. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My mom remarried, so I called my stepdad to come pick me up. My biological dad lived on the East Coast, but my stepdad lived in the same area I lived in. So it was my mom and my stepdad. But yeah, that's a good question. I didn't clarify that. My stepdad came and picked us up. Yeah, that one doesn't have a pit.
Okay, after you just squished it between your fingers. I'm good. I really am.
Okay.
My diet doesn't allow for sugar.
Well, they're not bad. You just have to be... I recommend that you smash it in the package and see if it's got a pit first. And if there's a pit, it's like a cherry pit. You got to squeeze it out and not bite into it. You might break your tooth on it. So, not bad. Very sweet. Woo.
I'm going to grab something to drink.
All right. I got to clean my hands. So, yeah, not too bad. On the gross scale, 0 to 10, if 0 is not gross at all, and 10 is like the worst thing you've ever eaten, like disgusting, I'd say it's a 2. I wouldn't buy it to eat it, but it wasn't that bad. No audio. Wow, I'm not that far back. Let's see. Have you ordered Enoch rubber masks yet? I see them being... Oh, no, I haven't. There is a guy on Etsy that makes a latex mask of the green Sleestack that form to your face and have glass eyes. $850. So I was thrilled when I Googled it and found it. I thought, oh, that's really cool. They're handmade latex masks that look just like the TV show. I can't spend $850 though. Yeah, you would think you would have the money. Hey, Kat, I was just talking about you. Your ears are probably burning. I don't normally rank things, but I was talking about like my favorite movies, my top 5 movies, and Dominic hit 25,000 subs today. So I was just saying that, you know, there's a lot of hardworking people in reselling and YouTube and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And I was saying that Dominic has got to be the hardest working person, like James Brown, hardest working man in show business. I said, Dominic's got to be the hardest working guy in reselling. And I said, Kat, the Nurse Flipper is right up there. The hardest working person, 2 people I know in reselling, having full-time jobs and doing all the content and reselling you guys do is amazing. It's like you 2 are machines. Working. Yeah, I should do a podcast on all my crazy stories. Let's see if I missed anybody that came. Oh, the CEO is here. Carol, welcome. Why don't I see Joey? We had to move Joey over. So
we've already discussed it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get caught up.
Jennifer right here.
Oh.
I came in late, so Joey had to move.
Yeah, she is. Much. Yeah, that was pretty scary for like 2 seconds, but yeah, that's a crazy story. Yeah, Joey's still here. I gotta find Joey a girlfriend though. Like an old scary doll or something, but Mrs. Midwest doesn't want it in the house.
I don't want a new scary doll, let alone an old one.
Well, I don't think Joey's that scary. No free TV.
He's not scary. He's just a bad influence.
That's a great question, Vicky. I totally forgot that part. So the name tags had colors on them. So mine was blue, and that's for, I don't know if it's a misdemeanor. I think it's more than a misdemeanor, but it was for unpaid child support. But there was guys with red, and that's like a felon, and there's yellow where they're wanted in another state. So the different colors represented different warrants. So yeah, I was in a room with guys wanted for felonies for rape and armed robbery and murder and whatever else. Mine was a blue one, so it was pretty minor. But yeah, they were colored name tags. So yeah, they took away a lot of people. I don't know if it was unpaid child support too, but it was just various crimes. Yeah, Cat hit a deer too. I can't remember. Did that total your car, Cat, or not? Because mine was totaled. That was a bad day. No TV. Oh, and then the other funny thing is that the name of the travel agency spelled backwards is Go to Jail. The Hula Walla Gala, whatever, it was Go to Jail backwards, which I did not figure out, which I should have. Yeah.
I don't think you ever told me that part of it. That's funny.
Yeah. I kept the envelope and the letter for years, and I think I threw it away not too long ago. The tow truck driver, I think, got a tag for the deer, and he took it home. Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was like 1990.
Yeah, different.
Sugar High. Ooh, there's some people that just came in. Tim is here. Welcome, Tim. Glad you were here. I just tried these. Wasn't a bad food, but it's called sweet tamarind from the Philippines. I got these from Noel Farm Girl Scavenger. It's kind of like a prune with lots of sugar, and then they're like little chunks, and then some of them had pits in them. So I gave it a 2 out of 10. Yeah, no kidding. That would be funny. There might be a vintage Enoch Halloween costume somewhere out there, or I could just make my own. But yeah, that would be funny. Thanks for dropping the links, Jennifer. Oh yeah. Oh. Yep. Where'd you get that?
So this is my very, very, very favorite Christmas present this year that Dave got me. I'm a huge Punky Brewster fan, so
hold it up so they can see it. See? Yeah, see that? Mm-hmm. It's vintagey.
Yeah, I'm sure that this has been well loved before it came to me.
Yeah.
Oh, she's way too good for Joey.
Yeah. That would be kind of cool. No, not me. And we're caught up.
Yeah, what's not to love, Wendy?
Yeah, she loves Punky Brewster. You also love the Greatest American Hero, right?
I remember that being my very first favorite TV show. I had to have been like 4. I don't know what it is. I don't think I could have understood what it was about, but I loved watching it with my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, the theme song came on the radio today, and I got so excited.
Like goosebumps. So excited. Yeah, so we spent some time driving. So if you're old like me, you remember going for a Sunday drive with the family, just out in the country for something to do. So me and Mrs. Midwest, Little Midwest, we were in the car, and we thought, well, let's just go for a drive and look around because we're looking to buy a new house. So we just want to see what's out there within 20 miles of where we live, just to get a feel for the traffic and the locations and all that. So that was fun. So hopefully by December, we'll be in a new house with more space, something that we want. So I don't know. That might be an adventure that I put on my YouTube channel too. I know Casey Paris, Rockstar Flipper, he was in the process of moving and building a house and selling his house and upgrading his old house to get it ready to sell. Very stressful. He ended up moving into a resort, him and his fiance. So
I'd be okay with that.
yeah. So they're in a resort in Florida for like a month while their new house is being built. But, you know, he put that on YouTube, very transparent. That's cool content to do. Love that show too.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it came on the radio today. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we did that back in the day. So for you younger folks, you know, before there was an internet, you know, people would go for a drive out in the country just for something to do. Get in the station wagon, drive around, look at the cows. Craig, welcome. Glad you're here. That's Mrs. Midwest's dad's name. Craig.
Yeah.
So I did. You missed the story, Craig. If you want to watch the replay, I shared a story on how I was arrested at gunpoint with a shotgun in my face. Pretty hilarious story, but if you watch the replay, you can check that out. And then I did a food taste testing, which is, you know, not bad. Sweet tamarind from the Philippines. It's kind of like a prune with like sugar. Noelle Farm Girl Scavenger sent me this, plus this whole box full right here. I gave it a 2 out of 10 on the grossness scale. It's not really gross at all. It tastes okay. I don't know that I would buy it, but yeah, it was all right. And then I talked about what I can do to jazz up or improve the YouTube channel to take it from good to great. Me and Mrs. Midwest were talking. You can only do so many what sold on eBay videos. I'm not sourcing as much as I used to, so there's not a lot of sourcing videos. So we're trying to come up with some ideas like eBay news. You know, eBay is always changing things, and I could do a quick 5-minute video on that. Harry Humpstone, Dominic Primetime Treasure Hunter, and other people are mixing it up and doing different subjects on their YouTube channel. Otherwise, it kind of gets stale. So we're trying to come up with some ideas on what to do. I have a freshwater fish aquarium. You know, if my fish lays eggs, I can make a video of that, or just about anything. So I'll probably put a new poll on my YouTube channel asking you guys what ideas you'd be interested in seeing. And the other thing I was talking about too with Select Pet, who's in here, is that sometimes the second channel is even better, because if you put anything off topic, you might lose subscribers because they come here for one reason. And if I have videos of my dog running around the yard, you know, you're going to lose people because they didn't come here for that. So it is a bit of a gamble. I don't think I'm ready for a second YouTube channel, but I do want to come up with some new, fresh ideas. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That's what I would call Dave. We'll just.
Oh, do they? What? You're just going to leave that there? Yeah, that's interesting. Mike, welcome. Glad you're here. You missed my story, Mike, but you can watch the replay if you want to hear my story of being arrested at gunpoint back in 1990. Yeah. You know, it's funny you mentioned that. I had the idea to do a funny video where I impersonate 20 other resellers, and not as far as clothing, but their voice and what they say. Some people have habits where they say the same thing a lot or use the same words or whatever. And I thought, how hilarious would that be for me to impersonate other resellers and you have to guess who they are? But I don't want to make anybody angry. Like, some people might not take that as a compliment, might take it the wrong way. So some people are really easy to impersonate, like Peter, the Craigslist hunter. He has a thick Polish accent. Super cool guy. I had Polish grandparents, so I could easily impersonate Peter, and you would pick it up that fast. Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, I think I could do a good impersonation of him. But then, I don't know, somebody might take it the wrong way, so I kind of scrapped that idea for a video. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's getting pretty busy on YouTube. It's hard to find a time slot where the fewest amount of other people that are live. It's getting pretty busy. 24 people watching, 19 thumbs up, and it is 8:58. Isn't that weird watching us 20 seconds behind?
That is weird.
It's really weird, especially when the audio's on. Oh, you want me to do an impersonation right now? Well, my trade secret when I do recorded videos is I write a script. I have a legal pad and I have bullet points of all the ideas because I can't memorize everything I want to do. So if I was to impersonate Peter, I would have to write sentences down and then look at it, kind of memorize it a little bit, and then look at the camera and do it. Off the top of my head, there's no way I could do that. But I don't know. It would be kind of funny. Yeah, I thought about it. Green screens are very inexpensive. You can get them on Amazon pretty cheap. And I have a free StreamYard account. I think you can do the green screen with a free account. That's a great idea. I could do a background picture of the Lost City. Yep, I thought about that. Yeah, I just need a curtain rod in here.
Could you fit a curtain rod in here? I don't know that you can fit a push pin in here.
Yeah, I could see the window frame. I could put a little 2-penny nail in the top and then the same over there and run a string from there to there. And then the green screen is just like a sheet.
Right.
And then hang behind me. I got it all figured out already.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's for the viewers, so it's worth it.
There you go.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah, we're going to have to call it quit soon. 9 o'clock. I typically do 1 hour. So I got my food taste testing in. I got a story in. Don't know if I'm going to have time for any reseller chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was free. I haven't pulled the trigger on paying for StreamYard. I think it's $9.99 a month. Mm-hmm. And then you get all these extra features, but yeah. I'm not ready to pay for it. Not at this juncture. All right. So we're going to have to think of another story for next week.
Taco Bell.
That's kind of a short story.
It is a short story, but it's still funny.
The Taco Bell story.
I like all of the Dave stories. Don't do any of the Amanda stories.
Don't do the Amanda stories. Gotta think. A little bit longer story than Taco Bell one. Well, there's the story where I don't want to do all car accident stories.
Yeah, that's.
Lots of lives. Yeah. Well, you're welcome. Thank you for being here.
We've got some of those.
We got some of those. We almost got fired.
Oh, we already told that one though.
Did we tell that one already?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My first time on.
Yeah, most of our stories are kind of short. But yeah, I wanted to give a shout out and a big thank you to the people who are watching that don't have a YouTube account. I keep forgetting that, but I do have people that follow me on Facebook and they don't have a YouTube account. They just look me up and they're here watching. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you, even though you don't comment in the chat. Just watching helps me build hours, and the thumbs up helps. So I'm glad you are here. So yeah, anything else before we sign off?
No, I think that's it. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. I might do a random live during the week. Who knows? Mrs. Midwest goes on a shopping spree late at night. Sometimes I jump on here just to do a live to build hours. But so yeah, that's it. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up. We will see you next Sunday, and I will do another Dave story. Harry, I'm still at like 36:45 or 36:50. It slows down the closer you get to 4,000 pretty much, but I'm getting there. So see you guys.
See ya.